It's Tuesday. What's going on? It's Tuesday. Wild Dinosaur here. Wild Dinosaur from wilddinosaur.com. You know they named a website after me. Well, I named the website after me, but right up there at the top. wilddinosaur.com. I could probably get rid of that www, right? Like nobody needs that anymore. Yeah, so I actually got a new shirt literally like 5 minutes ago in the mail from my shop because I wanted something with a different color. I usually go, I don't know, sometimes I wear colors, but it's usually white, gray, black, brown. Those are the colors I typically like. I have a green shirt and a yellow one, but I didn't have a blue one. And so I got this one. This one's from my shop. This one's called Solar Sam. I'm going to show you real quick. It's an older Photoshop that I did, but I like it. And I like the shirt color too. But yeah, just got it. And also, of course, as always, there's the world famous Linda tote bag. I should just rename this the Linda tote bag. The print is called Big Chief. And yeah, nice canvas bag. And you can change the color of those handles. You get like yellow, red, and black as an option. So go check out wilddinosaur.com because that's the best way to support this channel. You want to see me do more stuff? Just a hard thing to pitch today because I literally have zero show to talk. I wrote very little. I have nothing in my notes, actually. I basically just don't need them today. There was a lot of stuff to talk about. Well, it was kind of a slow day. There has been a lot of stuff to talk about. I consumed a lot of media over the weekend, and there's more to come for sure. But I spent most of today trying to be inspired to learn software. As I mentioned yesterday, I'm starting to go down the route of trying to figure out Unreal Engine, which if you're not familiar, Unreal Engine is a platform where you can create stuff. People create video games on there. And I have seen people start to use it more for movies, for filmmaking and stuff like that. It's a good way to create worlds. You can build landscapes, and depending on how involved you get with it, you can make really detailed landscapes, buildings, and even people. You can animate characters and stuff in there, and it's all free. It's a free software. The problem is you need something to run it with. It's a hefty software, so you need to have specific specifications. If you're a PC user, it's got to be like a really hefty computer, good graphics card and stuff like that. And a newer Mac. And I even heard there was problems with the M1 chip, which my laptop has the M1 chip. My main computer, which is what I'm running Streamlabs and YouTube on, that's my workhorse. That's the one that I'm trying to do Unreal Engine with. So yeah, I was messing with that today. I haven't even gotten to the point of like trying to make anything. My computer's running it a little bit slow, and there's some things I can try to do to maybe make it run a little smoother. Ryan, earlier I was talking to him, and he suggested downscaling the view or the project size. And that's not a bad idea. But yeah, my reasoning for doing trying to do Unreal Engine is for filmmaking, mostly. Create environments that I can't usually shoot in, and then try to green screen stuff in. One of the things that I'm really interested in this process is camera tracking. Recreating a camera movement from onset to in software. Like if I do, let's say, a establishing shot of people walking into, I don't know, a giant abandoned ruin. Excuse me, still a little phlegmy in the back, but mostly purged. And like the camera comes sweeping in behind the characters and stuff like that. Like I get making that within the software, and I get how to do that live. I just live in camera. That's expensive. I know you probably need like either cranes and dollies, or maybe drone. I don't know. I have a gimbal. I know I can replicate some of that, but I just don't. I wouldn't. That's a process I don't know how to accomplish, like matching camera movement from the actual camera to the software. So I don't know, but I'm getting way ahead of myself. I need to learn this thing, or make friends with people who are already good with it. Anybody out there want to make some movies? God, I need help. I need help and inspiration writing stuff, finishing stuff. I'm at the phase where, oh boy, I have a ton of stuff that I've got kind of ready to go that's just not finished, and usually I finish stuff, or at least try to, and I'm kind of struggling to do that. I have 2 records basically that are close to done, and they're in the process where if I do any more instrumentation, they need to flow around vocals. They need to be like vocal, work with the vocal melodies and things like that. Or maybe even re-recording some lead parts, or adding some lead parts to some of it. But most of the work that needs to get done is the vocals. And once I get lyrics and vocals written and recorded, it's all an easier process for me. But I don't know what it is. I can sit down and I can paint, I can draw, I can do Photoshop. I'm teaching myself more video production stuff. There's stuff I could focus on more. I have the Adobe Suite, and I use like 4 of the apps, and there's like almost 60. But for whatever reason, writing is a struggle for me. So I just need to get some stuff written to finish off a bunch of stuff. Yeah, let's see. What do I have? I have a guitar record. Nah, I say that because it's my version of a concept record that I wanted to make a long time ago, and it sounds really good. I just don't have the concept around the record. I kind of had one, but I just have such a hard time sitting down and writing in general. And then there's another record, which is New Pants. Pat and I are New Pants. That's one of our projects. You can find some of it on Spotify. We had one record. Well, it's an EP really, and we were gonna do another one But there was no disagreements or anything. It was just kind of like both of us are over the New Pants project, really. The name, and we want to reestablish what kind of music we're gonna make in the future. But we do have one single, again, that needs lyrics. And then the rest of those songs are getting turned into another Wild Dinosaur record. Not really a concept or flow to them, just, some random songs. And then I actually recorded a track the other day that I'm trying to write lyrics for. I sat down and actually tried today for a little bit to get the chorus done. And I made a little bit of headway on it, but yeah, I'm one of those people that's like every 5 years I'll write a sentence, and the sentence might be good, but it'll take another 5 years before there's a paragraph. That's how I feel. That's how I feel my pacing with writing is. Let's see what else I have. Well, musically, that's it. That's it. There's two records and a single. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the song that I just recorded this last weekend. Yeah, I recorded a song while I was binging like everything under the sun. Yeah, sorry. It was a slow news day, guys. I'm just rambling. But I do like letting you guys know what my process is and where I'm at, and mostly because like if people, I know there's friends that I work with that are listening, but if there's new people listening that I don't know, want to work on something or help me finish stuff. That's I'm cool with that. Just reach out. I'll try to get back. To you. And then so let's see. It looks like I'm staring right into the camera. I have a whiteboard on my wall right behind my camera. That's where I keep all my projects listed. So I have all that music. I need to do a complete rewrite on the full. I've been writing a sketch comedy show for far too long. See, I've never finished any of this stuff. The sketch comedy show I've been writing for like 4 years. That one became an issue because I became all of the main character. Actually, Linda from Sales. That's where Linda stems from, is from the sketch comedy show. And that was one of the jokes, is I played like all the characters, but it's also really difficult when you're writing, producing, trying to shoot all this stuff. And my original pilot, I actually do have an original pilot that I shot for that show that I don't think I'll before I finish or give up on this project eventually, I will reshoot the pilot, and whatever happens, you guys will see that pilot probably at some point. So I need to rewrite all of those. I have a sketch, and remember, I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram, but I have, actually, I might have posted them here too. I don't remember. There's some wizard sketches that I did where there's like a wizard who's like dancing around doing traditional wizard dance. I have another one that I've been writing, which, guess what, ties into the sketch comedy show. Yeah, I actually, Dusty might be coming on the show next week to talk about Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon, because we've both been doing a rewatch. And I need to talk about shooting some stuff in his office with him. So maybe that wizard sketch will be done sooner rather than later. That sketch is written. It could maybe use a touch up in the script, but there's a beginning, middle, and end that I'm mostly comfortable with. I just need to shoot it at this point, so that's kind of where I'm at with that. Well, I guess that's it for my personal stuff, but then there's school, and for school, I have to the final project is putting a short film together, and I've taken another concept that I started writing, I don't know, 7 years ago or something like that. It was a TV series, historical fiction TV series that I was trying to write, and I'm condensing the core concept of it down into a 10 to 15 minute short that I'm gonna try to shoot for my final for the semester. You know, I keep telling people that I'll be done with my certificate by like next spring, winter or spring. I'm probably going to take my time with it because I would like to, I have 2 classes. I have 5 classes total I need to finish this program. I'm taking two of those classes next quarter. I think I mentioned before, it's an editing class and a writing class. The writing class I really want to pay attention to because, like I was saying, I'm a slow writer, and I can be a weak writer. I can be a good writer, but I just need to hone it a little bit more. And it's the art form that I struggle with the most mentally. So I want to try to give that time. And I might take another quarter off after that. Or slow down the stream of classes. Instead of 2, take 1. Because after that I have the 3 classes that would be remaining are directing actors for the screen. So it's you work with actors and you try to get into the acting mindset a bit, which I'd originally signed up for my first quarter, but I was already taking a couple of classes, and then I sat in on the first class and I was like, this is too much for me right now. And partly because like peopling, I had to start peopling, and I'm a little bit more comfortable peopling these days. And then let's see that directing actors, and then there's 2 more workshop classes. There's the second workshop class. I took the first workshop class, and I really liked that class. I met a lot of cool people in there. And I have the second workshop, and then the third workshop, which is the final class, and that's the short film that you're doing. So I'm trying to utilize my time wisely, but also at my pacing a little bit, which is maybe not the best thing to do always, but I want to make a good short film for school. It's one of those things I will probably submit to. My goal is that it fits my vision so well that I feel comfortable submitting to festivals or wherever I can. So, that might end up on my YouTube channel one of these days, or by next year. If all goes well, I will be doing. I have some of it pre-planned. I just need to finish the script, but it might be a I don't know, 3 to 4 day shoot total. It depends. I'm the idea of doing some so the idea of using Unreal Engine to create some of the landscape that I need was an idea, and so that's partly why I started trying to learn it. But also, if there's somebody that's much better at it than I am, let's go. I need your help, like seriously. It's a Western, So it's gonna cost me some money. Anyways, let's do an early commercial break, and we'll come back. And I guess I have a couple of things I could kind of rant about for a while. Pink Floyd, for one. Or if you guys, I know there's a couple of people listening. If you could do me a favor, what do you want to hear? Do you want to hear about this Warner Brothers stuff? Because there's a lot going on, and it's not just the Ezra Miller stuff. There's new news with him or them. Sorry. There's new Ezra Miller news, and just the whole overall idea of what Warner Brothers, DC, Discovery, whatever they're going by, what their plan, their future looks like. Let me know in the chat if you guys are interested in any of that. I could just keep going about school. I could keep going about making films and ideas that I have. Man, it would be great. It'd be great if you threw a tomato, just throw a digital tomato at me. If you look in the emojis in the chat, you can pull up food, and there are tomatoes. Toss a tomato to your Witcher, because I don't know what I'm saying. I'm gonna go to commercial break. We'll come back. Never miss an opportunity to shut the fuck up.
I'm Richard from Richard's Pet Wedding Facilities, and I give these stickers away at every pet wedding. The kids love them too.
This bag from, what's his name? Wild Dinosaur? Weren't they all wild? What an oxymoron. Anyways, I like to put my special things in this bag. Plus, I'm pretty sure this is my spirit animal.
Life gave me lemons, so I sold them for this sweet baseball tee. All right, I'm back. That was my commercial break. This is a super serious broadcast, and I want to let you know that I can't say certain things. I'm being censored by the FCC. You know, it's funny. I hear something I'll go off on a minute. I love when people say things like, "You're censoring me" on like cable news and stuff like that. It's like, yeah, and so's the news. They're getting censored too. It's called the FCC. They've existed since like the beginning of broadcast. They used to be called the Radio Commission, National Radio Commission. And then a little history lesson for you. I know this because I worked in this industry for a while. The FCC developed because NBC was becoming a monopoly and was buying up all these little teeny tiny TV stations. And so the FCC, which came from the what did I say before? It was the National Radio Communications, or I think that's what it was called. They broke up NBC, and there was one division of NBC. It was basically the West Coast division of NBC, and that became CBS. So CBS and NBC stem from the same thing, and the FCC basically kind of their purpose was founded around that, breaking up news. So just want to let you know, a little history lesson with Jon. So it's, like I said, I don't have a script today. Slow news day, so no graphics. Sorry, just blank screen. Although the thumbnail I made is pretty good, yeah. I'm sure you like that. I was gonna wear the blazer that I'm wearing in the thumbnail, but I literally got this shirt like in the mail right before I went on air, so I just got rid of the shirt I was wearing and the blazer because I'm digging the shirt. So here we are. Don't meet your heroes, kids. I didn't meet my heroes, but I saw one on TV. Not to say that this person was a hero, but the entity that they were a part of was formative in my music listening career. Roger Waters, bass player from Pink Floyd. You know, I don't like to make the standard musician jokes of like, oh, you know, bass players don't know how to, you know, write music. You know, there's a lot of the generalization jokes about bass players. I know a lot of bass players, and they're talented people. I've met some that are not, though. I've definitely met some bass players that, when they go home, either me or one of the other people re-records the bass line. That kind of deal, you know. Roger Waters is part of putting together some of Pink Floyd's biggest stuff. I mean, he's been there since the beginning. And it was better when he was just the bass player. I moved my DVDs to over there, but I own Pink Floyd Live at Pompeii, and that's just a fantastic live DVD. I was speaking with Ryan earlier before the show. We were discussing our favorite Pink Floyd. Both of us have the same favorite, which would be Meddle, Meddle. Wait, Le? I always, whatever. It's not a day for spelling. But it's not metal, like bands or elements. That's our favorite. For me, my almost second favorite is Piper at the Gates of Dawn. Syd Barrett and his like psych pop sensibilities. I at that, well, that the whole band at that time I enjoyed. Sometimes I've mentioned this before. I'm not as big into when bands meander around musically so much anymore. It can work. I just don't listen to elongated music like that as much anymore. Ooh, sorry, I just saw something. Idris Elba wants to battle Superman as Suicide Squad anti-hero blood sport, and it needs to happen. It's not a real story. It's just an actor saying they want a job, which, hey, let's make it happen. I'd love to see that, but we can get into Warner Brothers stuff in a minute. Yeah. Well, Roger Waters just won't shut the fuck up. You know, sometimes just stay in your lane, you know. You're the reason Pink Floyd's not a band anymore. You singularly. You broke up the band and then stole their act. No, you didn't. You just retained the Wall material, which, as far as I'm concerned, is fine. I don't really care for the Wall very much. I can recognize it's a good record that other people appreciate. In the grand scheme of Pink Floyd, that's bottom of the list for me. So go for it, go tour with your giant destructible wall that you put up and break down at the end of every concert. Go for it. Be the same thing you've always been. Milk the same cow you always milked. But stop doing interviews. Stop talking about anything that has nothing to do with how much you've ruined one of the greatest bands of all time. Just take responsibility, damn it. I haven't ruined any bands. I just ruin other people's ears. That's all I do. And at least I'm self-aware. Roger Waters, I don't think is. I don't want to talk about Roger Waters anymore because he sucks. Not a bass, but just as a human megaphone. Yeah, he's whatever. But all right, let's go into this, because last week I talked about that whole Batgirl situation. Warner Brothers canceled Batgirl, which was done filming. They might have still had post-production to do, but they spent $90 million on a Batgirl movie. Shot, sitting there, ready to go, and it was supposed to come out on HBO Max, and then this Warner Brothers Discovery merger happens, and all of the sudden, everything's changing. They're getting rid of that. They're trying to refocus their direction. Set their sights on theatrical releases. Try to get back to the big movie weekend box office stuff. And yeah, they've started canceling stuff left and right, and then I started seeing articles from various people saying, "Are they canceling HBO Max?" And there was all these reasons why they all thought HBO Max was getting canceled, and I just have a hard time seeing why anybody would actually think that, because sure, they're canceling certain projects, but they've continued to confirm things. I mean, we have a whole Game of Thrones universe that they have one series coming out this month in a week or two, and 7 other shows in development, including a Jon Snow spinoff. And yeah, all kinds of stuff there. Harley Quinn, the animated series, which I really enjoy. It's a fun adult, just kind of wacky take. It's an animated, it's just a comedy show basically. It's good. They just got renewed for a 4th season. So, I mean, it's not like they're not putting things out there. They're just refocusing their energies. And then all of a sudden people are like, oh, HBO is getting canceled. I'm no, they're probably going to look for better content for specific mediums, What are the big ones on HBO right now that, I guess Westworld's still on. That show needs to end. I don't know. I stopped watching after season 2, but I was mad that they there's 2 shows that did the same thing, that were just really confusing sci-fi shows. The first one's Westworld. I'm not saying they're super confusing, but there's an element of lack of understanding of I don't want to get too into the weeds on things, but Westworld, there was a real mystery in that first season, and the way they tell the story with the editing and everything worked really well. But then they kept trying to do it over and over and over again, and it just didn't work. And then there was Raised by Wolves, which was like just super confusing. I like never knew what was really going on, like ever. But it was a Ridley Scott produced TV show, and it had a really good budget. And even though I had no idea what the hell was going on, I watched it every week, and I was excited for the new episodes. And then they cancel that shit, and then they keep going with Westworld. I'm like, damn it. Raised by Wolves was, I thought, superior. But that seems to be my take in media most of the times. Some of the stuff that I like isn't always the most popular. Sorry, still got a tickle in my throat. So, gotta keep it moist. This is why there's two people watching right now. It's because I do things like this. Burp into the microphone and say words that people don't want to hear. Like moist. So yeah, people were saying like HBO Max was getting canceled and stock prices dropped and all kinds of craziness was going on, and I don't know. Besides the Ezra Miller stuff, the only thing that does kind of worry me about Warner Brothers David Zaslav, I think is the new guy's name, who did the merger. He runs Warner Brothers now. He had made the comment about refocusing DC to be more like Marvel, and he's got a 10-year plan. I'm not like worried. I'm just bored of that concept, because DC had already tried it to they tried doing it in the same way that Star Wars did it. They're like, we're going to make an interconnected universe, but we're not going to make a plan. We're just going to figure it out as we go. And it's like, you can't do that. There's a reason why Marvel has been as popular or as successful, is they worked at it. You didn't do Iron Man and then Captain America Civil War. You did Iron Man and then a couple other solo movies, then you do a team-up movie, and then, they had this whole thing planned out. I think DC was starting to get on a good path. It was still a little confusing of, like, is this connected, is it not? But the idea of having this new Batman, the Joker, Aquaman. I mean, they're doing a third Wonder Woman, whatever. I haven't liked any of those movies very much. The first one was okay. It was just a little derivative, I thought. And I just don't think Gal Gadot is a very good actress. I mean, I can't do better, but no one's asking me to play Wonder Woman yet. Get that beach bod going. So I don't know. I have been okay with the fact that they've been doing, like, they've just been putting movies out and be like, it's not really connected. They don't all have to be. You can make good movies. Like, the Suicide Squad, I thought was good. The Suicide Squad, the second one, the James Gunn one, and also how they connected Peacemaker to that. You get your. I know it didn't do well because it was during the pandemic, but you get your big blockbuster movie, and then you get your I almost said Disney Plus show, but yeah, essentially you get your HBO Max series based on, you know, one of the characters. And I thought they did a great job with Peacemaker too, which is a weird character to even consider having a solo show around. So I don't know, Warner Brothers is making moves for sure. They definitely are making moves, but I don't know look, if they plan out, I guess they do have a 10-year plan with DC. I guess they could make it work. I'm here for it. I hope it does work, whatever your plan is. I'm just a little hesitant because we've been down this road with DC so many times. Are they moves anyone would care to follow? Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know. I mean, I think they're just following what's popular. We'll probably get more Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn. Definitely getting that second Joker movie, and probably another Pattinson Batman movie. Robert Pattinson. I don't know. I would like to see another James Gunn Suicide Squad. But they, you know, there's not only is there was there the Batwoman movie, but there's, and I don't know if this is still in production or not. I haven't checked in on this, but there was, and I'd seen on-set photos that this was happening, but there is a Blue Beetle movie happening, and I'm not sure if that was straight to HBO Max or if that was a theatrical release. My guess is it's probably a theatrical release, because if we haven't heard that it's canceled, they might be trying to lean into that. What's her name? Leslie Grace, I think, the girl that played Batwoman, was going to be, you know, one of the Latino casting, I believe, for Batwoman. And they do have a Latino actor cast for Blue Beetle. So that's maybe where they're putting their eggs. That's the basket they're probably putting their Latino eggs, is in the Blue Beetle movie. This is my guess. I don't know. We'll see what their 10-year plan is in 10 years. Come back to episode 2056 of Jon Does, where we discuss DC finally did it 10 years later. Their 10-year plan worked. My 10-year-old son hates me because I watch DC movies all the time. Or my 6-year-old daughter is about to strangle me with the lasso of truth. She's over it. She's get me out of this family. I hate you, Dad. So yeah, I'm really curious to see what their 10-year plan is gonna look like, because I do think it is going off, and this is where we'll scoot into the Ezra Miller stuff. This is where I think it's starting to scoot, not scoot. I think they're starting to like kind of use the Flash as a jumping off point for this. You can use the multiversal method maybe better than in Doctor Strange, but you can use it to reset your universe or start anew. We are getting Michael Keaton back as Batman in the Flash, and I think we're also getting Ben Affleck as Batman in the Flash. And then I think I heard he was signed on to something else too. Aquaman? I think he was going to make an appearance in Aquaman. That's fine. I don't care. Ben Affleck doesn't bother me. It's the writers that bother me. So yeah, I really have no idea. Just based on the things that I can think of off the top of my head that are still confirmed is Wonder Woman 3, Aquaman 2, Batman 2, Joker 2, and then Blue Beetle, I think is still a theatrical thing. So what does that equate to if we're looking at it with what we have in front of us? It still looks messy to me. I hope they maintain an Elseworlds style universe, or a way to not have to be beholden to themselves all the time. Just because Marvel did it doesn't mean we all have to do that. Like, you can do one-off movies that don't really connect and still do team-up Justice League movies every once in a while. Maybe that's what they're doing. Yeah, I don't know. Where does Blue Beetle fit into this? But as for the Ezra Miller of it all, the other thing that came out today is he's been charged with breaking and entering. So I mean, this person, sorry, I said he, I think. I apologize. They have just been not helping themselves out here. I thought I remembered Warner Brothers making a public statement saying that they were gonna put out The Flash and move away from Ezra Miller. I don't blame them for not canceling The Flash. I mean, The Flash was not a $90 million movie. It was let me look up. I'm gonna look this up. The Flash movie budget. Yeah. $200 million. That's the budget for that. So I'm curious because the budget's listed at 200 million. Usually the way a movie like that works is the budget is set at, let's say, 200 million, but the budget's actually probably around 400 million because of marketing. They don't usually put marketing into the budget like that. So if they need to, for them to break even, they probably need to make $400 million to break even. Half a billion would be probably we're recasting The Flash and we're getting a sequel, which will probably happen anyways. I mean, it's going to be a big movie for DC. So I don't blame them for not canceling it on the financial end. I think it is time to move away from Ezra Miller. But yeah, that marketing, Ezra Miller's not going to be a part of any interviews. There's going to be like no public appearances. I forget. I'm sorry. When is the Flash movie coming out? Slated June 23rd, 2023. So less than a year. Just a little bit. That is potentially enough time for Ezra Miller to clean up their act and maybe start the apology tour. But I do think that we're too far gone with this. So my guess would be, my guess is they're going to lean heavily into the Michael Keaton aspect of the movie and use him to market the film instead of Ezra. I think there's gonna be a lot of people asking questions about Ezra, but I think that's gonna suck for everyone else. I don't know who that actress is, but there's also gonna be a Supergirl who pops up in there, I believe. And that was another one. Supergirl was getting a movie. It's not based on the Supergirl TV show. Yeah, and I'm not sure what the whole angle on that was. I'm not gonna look it up right now, but I forgot that was another one they wanted to they are working on. I keep hoping Ezra Miller develops a social media addiction. I mean, we all love a good meltdown, right? And theirs would be interesting. I mean, there have been some interesting social media posts from Ezra Miller. My favorite one is, I don't remember where they are at, but I think they're in a car somewhere. And they're like Tennessee or something like that. And they call out the local Ku Klux Klan. And they threaten them. It's pretty good. I mean, all things considered, Ezra Miller right now, that was pretty entertaining. Yeah, they straight up threaten the local KKK chapter. It was pretty hilarious. So yeah, I don't know what they're. I mean, something has to break on that front soonish, right? Tio, hola. We're just talking about how there's a Flash movie, but the actor that's gonna play the Flash has been arrested like 6 times in the last couple of months. Apparently, their social media accounts were deleted about 6 weeks. That's probably for the best in reality, but again, it was pretty entertaining watching them go after the whatever chapter of the KKK. That was pretty good. Yeah, so what else was there? I guess that's kind of it. I mean, the Warner Brothers saga is gonna happen for a while. We got a 10-year plan. They're talking about a reforming DC to look like Marvel, which again, we've been down this road with them before, and they just couldn't get it together to make good cohesive movies. There's some okay ones. The Man of Steel, the Superman Zack Snyder movie is one of my favorites, and that one is. Superman was never an entertaining character for me. I know he's a lot of people's favorite, but like he's just overpowered Boy Scout, and I never really found him super interesting. And the same with Captain America, and both the Marvel Captain America movies with Chris Evans, him in the whole role throughout the whole saga was really great, and Henry Cavill for the most part was pretty great as Superman. He's a great Superman. He just was not written well in later movies. And honestly, Batman vs Superman's not terrible. There's just some really bad writing in that. They stop fighting because their moms have the same first name. That's it. That's literally it. Why'd you say the name Martha? That's my mom. We gotta save her. My mom's name's Martha. Really? Okay, let's go. Wait, Martha? She named Martha? Yeah, she named Martha. Oh my God, let's go. We gotta go. Okay, stop fighting. We're friends now. Yeah. So they could redeem themselves. They've got the time. They need to recast the Flash. It's I mean, the movie hasn't even come out, but with all of the stuff going on in Ezra Miller's real life, I think it's important for them to get better and healthy, and potentially there's alleged grooming going on, so get those get the victims in a safe environment. Well, it's been a slow episode. I didn't have a ton to talk about, but I was here. I woke up today, you know? No, I mostly was just trying to figure out Unreal Engine stuff. If you know how to use Unreal Engine, please reach out. Let's make some movies. I don't want to do this. This is a part of filmmaking that theoretically, like, I would love to just build stuff, but in a 3-dimensional world, but I just I don't know. It's a daunting task ahead of me, and there's a lot of other things I'm trying to accomplish too. Like I said, I got all these records I'm working on and other films. Hashtag let's make some movies. Let's go. And I don't mean adult movies. I mean like good, fun, narrative movies. And some adult movies. Yeah, I would really like if somebody knew how to make like really nice landscapes in Unreal Engine, and then I would love to come in with filming certain parts of that and blending them, you know, putting real actors in these worlds. I know it's not an uncommon thing, but it is one of the new progressive formats in filmmaking is gaming technology. Is it so good? Narrative-driven hentai. There's going to be a lot of octopus in a lot of tentacles. Oh, jeez. Oh, boy. All right. Well, I'm going to get going. It's about 6 o'clock. I'm going to think real hard about what tomorrow's episode's going to be. I apologize. This one was kind of a little bit boring. Proud Unreal user. Ryan, just learn how to use Unreal Engine, please. You do it so I don't have to. No, I know it's not an easy thing. And you do have to have a well-functioning computer. I mean, even some Macs have problems with it. My desktop runs it really slow. I think there's some things I can try to work with, but yeah. So, anyways, if you know Unreal Engine, I don't want to be a computer animator. Yeah, I know. I feel you, my dude. I love animation and I want to know how to do some stuff, but it's daunting. And again, I have so many projects I need to finish. I need help. I need Unreal Engine or just 3D animators in general and co-writers. That's what I really need right now. I think I can when I'm ready to shoot stuff, I can get camera people and some other people to help me, maybe do sound and lighting and stuff. Here's what I need. I need singers and songwriters. I need writers, just in general. I need 3D animators, and I need lighting specialists, some gaffers. I've experimented with some lighting in the last year, and I have some lights, but it's a science. It's an art. It's a really fun one, actually. It was one of the classes I've struggled with the most in my program, but it was really good. I really liked that class. All right. I'm going to go. I'm going to figure out tomorrow's show. Think about that a little bit. I'm trying to get Dusty on maybe next week, he said, I think, to talk about some Game of Thrones. And so I can ask him if I can shoot a short video in his office. And yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. I apologize for this show being as lax as it was, but a couple things. Slow news day, and I really did spend a lot of time trying to figure out Unreal Engine today. So I will be back tomorrow. Peace out, Ryan. Peace out, Miles. Peace out, Brett. Peace out, whoever else is watching. On my end, I can see it says 4 views. I don't know if that's total or if there's 4 viewers. Anyways, have a good night, y'all. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow at 5. Oh, don't forget to check out wilddinosaur.com. You can get some merch. Like this cool shirt that I just got in the mail like 5 minutes before the show went on. That's Solar Sam. And yeah, it's the best way to support the channel, help me grow, help me make art, help me make entertainment for you. And also in the description, I have a link to donate to Planned Parenthood because I think it's super important, and they do more than, all the crazy stuff you hear. Oh, they just abort babies. They do a lot more than that. Abortions are an important part of some healthcare. They are not contraception. Nobody is using them for contraception, using abortions for contraception. But Planned Parenthood, they're awesome. You should support them. You should donate to them. There's a link in the description. Go check that out. Go check out my website, and I'll see you tomorrow.